And I really should have beat the fuck out of him. Maybe this isn't good to say, but I really do wish I hit him. Like, I really do. Hey everybody, what is up? I woke up the other day and I was like, I'm gonna air everything out because I was reflecting on my life and I was like, what the hell? What was wrong with me? So we're gonna get into my relationship from hell. This was my last relationship and it's been almost 6 months now, so I can share this. And you know, the emotions have processed, the shock has processed, and now I've just, you know, now I can laugh it off. But when I was in the trenches of it, oh my gosh, girl, it was scary. Being in a relationship can truly turn you into somebody that you don't even know anymore. And let's get into it. The story. We met in the fall. One night I came home from work. I was super bored. I had nothing else to do and I wanted to go out. So I was texting people back on this dating app, and one of these guys texted me. He was like, hey, I'm at a bar with my friends. You should come through. I'll get you an Uber. So I was like, okay. Within the first 30 minutes, guys, this man was bragging about his job and like what he did. And he was in the Secret Service and did whatever the fuck. So we were talking for a little bit. Okay, and a little side note, I completely stay away from men in the military. That was just always a rule for me because I felt like they were so strict and like structured and just not very emotionally available. In my perspective, in my opinion, I feel like the military kind of closes out your feminine energy and makes you just very focused in the masculine energy. And if you know anything about me, I'm very energy driven. That is what I'm passionate about. We're all one. Spirituality, laugh, live, love, light. That is completely my vibe. And I just feel like military people are the complete opposite. But since I was in San Diego, I felt like everybody was in the military. So I was like, you know, I'll give it a chance. I'll see what it's about. I had never really talked to anybody in the military previously, so I didn't really know for sure. That was just kind of a that was just an idea that I had. Yeah, fast forward, we have a good night. He was getting extremely close to me though, and I'm not a big, like, if I don't know you, I really don't want you to be all up in my business like that. So, you know, I was letting it slide because he was kind of cute and we were drinking, so we were having a good time. But one of the first things I noticed was he was getting extremely close to me, and I don't know, I just felt like he was invading my personal bubble for a stranger, you know? Later on that night, you know, having drinks, the night comes to an end and we did get into an argument. I was very argumentative with men, especially when I was drinking. So I was like, you know, I just feel like you think you're about to get into my pants, and like I just think you are kind of treating me like an object. Like you're not really treating me like a woman, you know? And so we argued about that for a little bit. I was like, I'm gonna walk home by myself. And obviously he was like, I'm not gonna let you walk home by yourself. So he walks me home. And at the end of the conversation, you know, we stopped arguing and we came to understanding. At the end of the argument, I was like, you know, he had to go to the bathroom. And I was like, you could just come in and go to the bathroom, but you're not staying. So he comes upstairs, you know, he goes to the bathroom, we're talking, just flirting, like going back and forth. And I was like, you have to go home soon because I have work in the morning. Like I have to wake up early, so you have to go home soon. This man sends me $200, and I like look at my phone and I see that he sent me $200, and he was like, now you don't have to go to work and we could just stay up and talk. And I was like, oh, you got money. That was unfortunately how he got me, honestly. I don't know if I would have seen him again if he didn't do that. Yeah, so that's how he got me, and we ended up staying up for later, and I still ended up going to work in the morning because I needed that bag, bitch. Like, I needed that. So yeah, he ends up going to work, and then I went to work as well. And I believe he texted me like the next day or the day after, and he was like, hey, like, do you want to go get dinner? I really liked you, I enjoyed hanging out with you, whatever. So I was like, okay, like, you know, I was looking for a little boyfriend, so I was like, yeah, sure. And then after work that day, I was so tired, I was like, you know what, you can just like come bring food here, like we'll just go get food and come back to my house. So that's what we did. And he was love bombing the fuck out of me, guys. Like, I have never personally experienced a narcissist. Like, genuinely, I have not came across a narcissist until him. So he was just like, oh, I really like you, like, you're so different, you think different, I love your mindset, you know, like, I would love to pursue something with you. So I was like, okay, I don't mind, like, you seem like you got money, you're cute, you know, you got some things together, like, let's do it. And no. So he actually lived in Washington. Maybe I shouldn't be, no, that's broad enough. He actually lived in Washington, and he was planning to move to San Diego for work. Or maybe that was a lie, but that's what he had told me in the beginning. So I was like, okay. He ends up going and flying back home a couple days later, and we're still talking, we're texting, we're FaceTiming. He FaceTimes me a lot, so we would talk like all day, every day, and just kept applying that pressure, like, I really like you, I really like you, I really want to be with you, like, let's be something. So I was like, okay, you know, like, he seems super serious. He literally was like future faking. He was like, we can, it was so weird, you guys. It was so weird. He was like, oh, I really want this for my future, I want a woman to be there, like, you fit everything that I'm looking for what I want in my life, this is what I want. Mind you, he did not want that at all, and if he did not fucking act like it. So anyways, we're still in like the little cupcake phase, and he plans to fly out to come see me so we could see each other again the following month. So he comes and visits that following month, and first of all, my life just blew up the minute he came into it, because I was like doing okay, and then he came in, and like when he came to visit me, I swear to God, my roommate like just showed her true colors for some reason to him. Like, she had never met him, but she just like confided in him and told her a lot of things that she thought about me that were not that positive. So yeah, that just kind of blew up. And then my cat had scratched her, and okay, this is kind of like a side note, but my cat had scratched her while he was visiting me, and my roommate completely freaked the fuck out and wanted me to put down my cat. So me and him like felt so uncomfortable, we got a hotel to stay there the remainder of the week, because we were like, she's being weird as hell. So we were staying at the hotel. He was like, oh, my family lives, you know, so and so hours away, like, do you want to come with me to meet them, because I haven't seen them in 2 years. And I don't know why I said yes, guys. Like, genuinely, I think I was just like, okay, he seems so serious about me, he has a good future, a good life, a good job. And I was like, okay, sure, like, you know, you like me, I like you, let's meet your family. It had only been like maybe 3 or 4 weeks that we had known each other. So one thing for me is like, you don't meet family until like 6 months in for me, but I let my boundaries go. So I met his family, they were super sweet, I had a good time with them, and then we came back and he took me shopping, we got some stuff, and he then flew back home like a couple of days later, and I moved out of my apartment because of what had happened with my roommate. Just like everything kind of blew up the minute he got there, both of them. So yeah, I was in the process of moving out the next like 2-3 days. And After that, I moved back to where I came from, and yeah, so at this point we're kind of like in a secure spot in the connection, seeing where it went, you know, all that. And he would call me all day every day. I wasn't working, so I didn't have anything else to do. He would just sit on the phone with me all day while he was at work. And that was another thing I did not like. One thing I don't like is to be talking and like in each other's faces 24/7. I don't think that's healthy in a relationship. And I knew I didn't want that, but again, like, I liked him, so I was just kind of like, he wants this, so I was kind of like bending my own needs and wants for a man. Disgusting, I know. Yeah, so okay, we hit about a month and a week now. A month and a week, you guys, of him. I really want this. I really want this. You know, I'm so serious about you. I'm so into you. I really want to build a life with you. Blah, 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 blah. Tell me why. We're on FaceTime, okay? He just moved into a new apartment too. We are on FaceTime. You guys, he's sharing his screen. He's sharing his screen with me. And he forgot that he was sharing his screen, and he goes onto his Snapchat, and he was literally sexting a girl all day long. Like, she was sending him all these videos. Like, literally, when I looked at the screen, I thought a porn ad popped up on my phone. I was like, what is going on? And then I realized it was his fucking screen, and it was a girl like playing with her titties, and she sent him that video. And he had been like, she had been sending him videos all day long, and he had been responding to them. And I was like, what the hell am I looking at? Like, literally, obviously, you're like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? And I was just like, what is wrong with you? Like, genuinely, what is wrong up here? Like, why? Okay. If you want to text another, if you want to be sexting another bitch, cool. But why, like, why are you telling me that you're so serious and like you're so like you really want to build a future with me, and you know it was so important that I met your family? Like, why are you doing all those, why are you jumping through all them hoops if you really want to be a hoe? Like, I don't get it. It really did not make sense to me. So this next part is even more like, what the hell was I thinking? Me being me, I want to understand people. I love to see the best in people. I love to understand, and I want to think that people can change. And some people can if they are good people, but this man was just not a good person, and I did not know that yet. So I didn't break up with him. Yeah, I didn't break up with him. And it's so crazy because I was always the girl that preached like, leave immediately, bye. But I stayed because he was like, I really, really, really want to make this work. Like, I'm sorry, I have these issues, da 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 da. Try blaming it on like his family and like watching his dad do it growing up. And I fell for it for sure. I did. I think he understood the fact that like I was really big into reflection and like changing, and he played that part very well. He pretended to be a reflector and a changer very well. So I was like, if you want to be with me, call your mom right now and put us both on the phone and tell her what the fuck you just did to me. And I want to know what she would say. Because if this happened to her with your dad, what the fuck does she have to say about it? Bro, all she had to say, okay, let me not be too mean, sorry. So we all got on the phone. Hey, like, what? He told her, you know, she was like, what the hell? And I was like, what would you do? Like, what's your advice? I don't know what to do. This has never happened to me before. I don't fuck with weirdos like that. And she was like, you know, people make mistakes. Like, I went through this with his dad. Like, I don't know. I just think that's super fucked up. She didn't really tell me to stay or leave. But I was like, all right, he called his mom. That was really humiliating. I wanted to humiliate him. I wanted him to feel humiliated and ashamed of himself. And I'm sure he did for a minute, but it was not enough. So he was like, oh, I'm gonna delete Snapchat, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, I swear to God, like, she meant nothing to me. This is just a girl that I used to know, and I knew she was easy. Like, he low-key started blaming it on me. He was like, I didn't know if you would, like, be into having, like, sex over the phone. And I was like, bro, what? Like, instead of asking me, you just go and do that shit behind my back, or, like, initiating something and seeing how I would react. Anyway, so that happened, and I stayed, and that was probably the dumbest thing that I've ever done in my life, but it needed to happen because afterwards I was able to reflect so hard. Anyway, yeah, I swear to God, guys, I don't know what it was, but after that happened, it's like a fucking flip, a fucking switch, like, flipped in him, and he was a completely different person after that. Like, I don't know if it was because I stayed. He was like, oh, I could just disrespect this bitch. But yeah, like, after that, every single day was an argument. And it was always about, like, he thought I was gonna cheat back and, like, do him dirty, or, like, I was always cheating. He constantly accused me of cheating every single day. And, like, it would just be a fight for, like, an hour or 2 hours. And I was like, why are you tripping? Like, you are the cheater. You literally are the cheater. And I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a shitty person. Like, I'm actually very real about what I want and what I'm looking for. And, like, I need to hit my babe every single day, guys. And we were together for, like, maybe 4 months. For 3 months straight, we fought every single day for, like, over an hour. And then, like, I don't know, we would just resolve it. But eventually, like, I started getting angrier and angrier, and, like, I would just start losing my shit on him because I was just like, I am not doing anything. Like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't understand. I really didn't understand what the hell was going on here. And in the back of my mind, I was definitely like, I should not be with him. Like, he doesn't make me happy. He really doesn't do shit for me. He gives me money here and there. He's just really not a good person. Like, he genuinely was not, like, a good person. But the person he had showed me the month, like, when we met, I was just like, I thought that's who he was. So, like, I don't know. I was like, but isn't he this nice guy? But, like, no, he's really not. Like, you keep saying that every day. But I was like, but in the beginning, he was nice. Anyway, another thing was, like, when we would fight, he would throw things in my face about my life. Like, I remember the very first time he did it, he was like, I can see why you're single. And I was like, ouch. The fuck? Why did you say that to me? Like, I thought I wasn't single. Like, I thought we were dating, ? But yeah, and I started doing it back, and it didn't feel good, honestly. I was just like, you don't do this to people. Like, you just don't do this to people that you care about. And just in general, like, you don't throw shit that you know is gonna hurt their feelings in their face. Like, you don't throw people's insecurities in their face when you're fighting if you really care about them, because, like, you can't take that shit back. Even if you guys make up, like, you're gonna be thinking about that. So every time it would just get worse and worse. Like, he just started talking about my parents, my career, my passions. Like, he would try to make me feel ashamed of who I was. And that really didn't work on me because I'm not ashamed of who I am. And I was like, do you feel better? Like, that's literally what you said you liked about me. So why the fuck are you trying to throw it in my face that that's who I am? But anyways, he flew me out a couple times, and, like, the first time we did fight, but it wasn't that bad. We literally fought the first day that I came to his house because I took a shower for, like, an hour or two because I had to shave and shit. So I took a shower and he was like, that was so long. Like, you just wasted my water and you don't even care. We fought for like an hour because I took a long shower. That rhymed. Yeah, and then the second time we came out, it was even worse, guys. Like, I kicked a hole in his door. I went to a hotel. It was just all bad. It was all bad. And I really should have beat the fuck out of him. Maybe this isn't good to say, but I really do wish I hit him. Like, I really do. I wish I would have hurt him physically, because I already know he's fucked emotionally. I already know he's fucked and numb emotionally. Like, I wish I would have hurt him physically, like gave him a scar or something. But no, I just broke his shit. Anyways, he was like financially abusive and I wasn't relying on him, but okay, like one time we were in the car and bro, when I think about this, guys, I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Like, it's still a little shocking just to hear this being said out loud and then being shared to y'all, but I don't care because it's just an experience. But we were eating at this restaurant. We were eating like lunch or dinner, and he said something to me and I was just like, I said, your tone is rude. Like, you talk rudely, like in your tone. And he got so mad about that. And we were driving to get his eyebrows done or his hair done. And he was like, I don't want you staying in the car. Because I was like, I don't want to go in. He was like, I don't want you staying in the car. Like, I don't trust you enough to stay in my car. Because it was like a nice car. And I was like, it's like literally freezing as fuck outside. If you guys in Washington in summer, Washington in winter is cold as fuck. Like, it snows and shit. So I was like, okay, so what do you want me to do? And he was like, you can go into like the coffee shop over there and just like wait. So I was like, bro, fuck you. So I just got out and started walking, and like I went into this restaurant and like went to the bathroom and shit. And like we got back in the car and I was so pissed. I was like, why is he, when he was mad, like he would just take things away that he had control of. And I just thought that was so weird. I was like, this just is not right. It was not right. That man was not right. Yeah, and then eventually, like, I would not cry in front of him. I made it like my freaking goal to not cry in front of him because I knew that he would use that to his advantage. And like, I didn't want to show him what would hurt me. So I never cried in front of him until this one argument when he was like, oh, I don't trust you to sit in my car. So we were driving and like we got somewhere because I think we were gonna go to the movies or something. And I was like I don't like that when you feel like you're losing control, you try to take things away from me that you can. And yeah, he had like one moment of like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I was doing that. Like, I do need to work on that. And I was just like, you're evil, bruh. Like, I don't know. I was already disgusted at that point. Yeah, so went back home, and then literally, guys, the last day of us talking, okay, end of the story, the last day we had spoken, he had asked me for like sexy pictures of myself. Okay, so I was like, yeah, I could do that. The hell. Also, okay, we're not even gonna share that. He asked me for like cute pictures of myself, so I was like, okay, cool. So I was taking some, okay, and here's another thing, I had to schedule time to like not be on the phone with him. He was so paranoid that I was cheating or I was gonna cheat on him or do something wrong that I literally had to be on the phone with him 24/7. And I genuinely hated that, but I don't know why I still did it. I don't know why. But yeah, so I had scheduled like an hour to not be on the phone with him, and within that hour I was taking pictures for him, right? The hour was up, so he calls me and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm taking pictures for you. Like, what do you mean? And he was like, show me what you look like. Like, why are you doing that? What are you doing? And so I got uncomfortable, you know. I was like, I don't really want to show you what I look like right now because you're making me feel bad for like doing this when you asked me. And he got even more upset at that. So like I showed him, like I was literally wearing a bra and fucking boy short underwears. Like I wasn't wearing anything fucking crazy. And he just starts freaking out on me. He's like, what guy are you sending that to? Like, you're so disgusting, da da da. So I hung up on him. I was like, bro, I'm not, what the fuck? Like, what? And so yeah, that was basically the end of that. I hung up on him, and he just started blowing up my phone like, you're a whore, you're a slut, like you only live for men, like I hope you're happy being single so you can like give your body to men that only want to use you. Just saying like rude shit. Like I don't know, it was insane to me. It was so insane. And I just stopped answering eventually. Like I was just like, if you're not going to talk to me correctly, like bye. And then he was like, okay, like blow me up. He's like, I hope whatever the fuck, I don't know. But he eventually stopped talking to me, and that was the last day we spoke. And I am so grateful that that happened, because I think like when I get in relationships, I want to make it work. So like I'll just keep, you know, if we work it through, like I'll just keep working it through. If the other person's down to work it out, I will keep going, and I'll keep, you know, trying to make it work even though it's not working. So I'm so grateful that he stopped texting me and did not reach out again, because I probably would have taken him back like that first month or two. But yeah, that was so unhealthy. And I just want to kind of raise awareness. If a man is doing this to you guys, freaking run. You should not be giving up your peace. You should not be giving up your freedom. You should not be giving up your privacy so a man can feel comfortable and just so you can be loved. Like, it's just so unhealthy and so isolating, and it's just not good for your mind or your body. Like, I can't express it enough. Like, I never thought I would be one of those girls that would stay and like continue to put up with something like that until I was. And it blew my mind. It genuinely blew my mind. So ladies, men, anybody in between, please watch out for people that try to micromanage, judge, don't have, I don't know. Please look out for these signs. Anything that I have said that he had done, please look out for these signs. And if it does not feel right in your body, it's not right. And it's gonna probably take time to leave, but please leave, because your life is so much better off. And just like, you will ruin yourself. You will ruin yourself. You will ruin your life. You will ruin your relationships to everybody around you. Like, you can even ruin people around you just being in that relationship. Like, it's not fair to anybody to stay in a relationship where somebody is just taking and treating you like shit and band-aiding it up with an I love you or money. Like, genuinely, I like looking at it now. Yeah, let's get into the reflection part. Looking at it now, I can see that I genuinely thought a man was gonna come and save me. Like, I wasn't very male oriented, I wasn't really male centered, because like I could go a really long time without talking to a man. Like, I don't need a man in my face every day, you know, to make me feel validated. But I did expect a man to like pull me out of my situation and like give me something better, when really that can only come from you. I mean, it can come from a man, but if a man saved you, you're not happy and you're definitely not fulfilling your purpose. Like, there ain't no way. So be your own rich man, and do not expect a man to come and change your life, because they're not going to. Yeah. So that was one of my worst relationships I've ever been in my life. And I've had some pretty fucked up relationships, but that one was just so disgusting. Yeah. And I don't wish nothing on him. I don't wish nothing bad or good on him. I just hope I never cross paths with that energy ever again in my life, because that was terrible. Like, that was just so traumatic. But what I did learn from it was that, one, I was expecting someone to come and save me, and two, I was so dysregulated. Sorry, my window's open. I was so dysregulated in my masculine energy with like consistency and just showing up for myself and action, like taking aligned action towards what I want in life. Like, I was so dysregulated and inconsistent in that part of my life. So that male frequency was there to reflect that back to me. Our partners, ooh, confirmation right here. I'm about to drop something big. Our partners are reflections of our energy. So when you guys have issues, you really have to look at that and see where you're doing that in your own life, because relationships are tools and they're just information. Like, everything that happened with him, yeah, it was shitty, but it's really just information to help me and guide me towards where I really want to go and who I really want to be and how to get there and how to succeed. And yeah, like, if I continued to be inconsistent with myself, if I continued to be insecure with myself, that is all I was about to attract. Like, I probably would have stayed and just keep letting him do that to me until I was a shell of a fucking person. That's not okay. It's just not okay. And I've seen so many women go through that in my life. And even now, like, I continue to just see women that deal with men because they don't want to be alone and they want to be validated. And it ruins them. It genuinely ruins them, and it waters down who they are, and it just separates them so far from their purpose. It's so sad. It's so sad. And if you're on my channel, I never wish that upon any women, and I don't wish that upon you. And if you're in that situation, please, girl, take care of yourself. Even if you don't leave immediately, please take care of yourself. Please start doing the things that you need to do to be a better you and be a more loving you and a more loved you, because that man did not love me. He saw me as an object. And a lot of the times when you're not connected to your feminine energy, when you're not connected to yourself, you're gonna see people as objects. You're gonna see them as what's that word? You're gonna see them as like assets. I just don't think that's the real way to connect with people. I think you should see people as valuable, for sure. They should be uplifting you and inspiring you and motivating you to be a better person. But whew, you should not be sacrificing pieces of yourself for another person so they can be happy. Because at the end of the day, you will never be happy doing that, and you will never fulfill your purpose. And then I believe you will have to just come back to earth and learn it all over again. So if you don't want to come back to earth, please, please, please do what you can to ascend now and get rid of things that drain you. Things, people, places. Get rid of those that drain you. But yeah, that was my relationship from hell. I hope you guys were entertained. I hope I told that story okay, because I feel like I was all over the place. But there was a lot that happened in just the span of 4 months, and some people are in it for years and years. And oh, please, please, ladies, men, everybody, just please take care of yourself. And you should be your #1 priority. And just love yourself and do what you can to love life. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.